So, respect your manhood. We want to talk about respect, baby. Respect your manhood. Respect is very important for men, and it's very important for the strong experience and the cultivation of your masculinity as a man. Respect. All right, all right, all right. Respect is having boundaries. As a man, you want to have clear boundaries. And you want to know what your boundaries are, and you want to enforce your boundaries. Meaning you have a certain set of boundaries that you won't go beyond, and you have a certain set of boundaries that you won't let others encroach upon. So you have to respect yourself first and foremost. But let me talk about three major components of respect. It is the acknowledgement and appreciation of your weight, your height, and your depth as a man. Weight. Your weight is your power and impact. Your height is your importance and significance. And your depth is your unique characteristics as a man that you bring to the table. You have to understand how you impact others, and your power as a man. You're being the embodiment of masculinity. As a man, you have a certain power and you have a certain impact, and you have the potential to cultivate even more power and to have more of an impact, using your masculine energy. Because you have to understand, as a human, as a spirit having a human experience in a male body, you are now part of the manhood entity, the masculine entity. It's an entity that each male on the planet is a part of. But male or female, you are linked to the masculine entity, because everyone, no matter what gender, has masculine energy, masculine and feminine energy. Okay? So you have to acknowledge and appreciate your own weight. Respect your own weight, meaning your own power and impact that you have in your family, in your community, your environment, and in the world as a man. And if you understand your power and impact, then you will cultivate and refine your energy, your masculinity, and you will establish boundaries. You have to have boundaries because, see, if you see your masculinity as fire, you want to contain the fire. You want to contain the energy so that you can utilize that fire, that energy, for productive purposes. This is that enhance the experience of not just yourself, but also others who you are connected to. Okay? And so then you have to acknowledge and appreciate your height. We're not talking about your physical height. We're not talking about your physical weight, but that is part of it. Because, your weight as a man, your physical weight, your presence is how much mass you carry. That needs to be respected too, because you're occupying space. And no one has the right to encroach upon your boundaries and touch your physical and move you out your space unless you're violating the boundaries of other people. You see? So you occupy space, so therefore you need to be respected for the space that you occupy. And you need to respect others' space that they occupy, because others have mass. When you're watching football and you see this 300-pound truck of a man coming at you and you running the football, you definitely going to respect the power and impact that this man has, and how it's going to feel when he slams into your body. Okay, his mass violating your boundary, encroaching upon your boundary, smashing into your body has an effect. So you got to respect that. Acknowledge and appreciate it by getting the hell out of the way. Okay? Or if you got to embrace for the impact, then you embrace for the impact and you try to ward off that energy as much as possible so it don't directly impact you as severely as it could. You see? So yes, we're talking about power and impact of your emotional presence, of your contribution in life, and also your physical being. You got to respect that of others, the other people's weight, and you got to respect your own weight. And everyone needs to respect your weight. Also, your height is your importance and your significance. What do you contribute to the world? Your importance. How significant are you? Well, everyone is significant, because if you weren't, you would not be born. Everyone is important. If you were not, you would not be born. So you're here. So you need to be acknowledged as important and significant. But the cultivation of your manhood, the cultivation of your being, the cultivation of your energy and your ability to contribute enhances your height and enhances your significance in the world. It starts with respect, the acknowledgement of where you are, the acknowledgement of the height, the importance and the significance of your own presence in the world, and the acknowledgement of that of others. And then your depth. You got to acknowledge and appreciate your unique characteristics, what you bring to the table. No one is like you, and no one can do what you do exactly the way you do it. And then if you refine your power, you refine your ability, your weight and your height, then your unique characteristics will be added more as influential in your environment, and you will allow more people to experience your depth. But we all need to respect everyone's unique characteristics, because they're here. They're here walking the planet. And as a man, what do you bring to the table? What do you uniquely bring to the table? There is something. And if you don't feel that there is anything unique that you bring to the table, then start with acknowledging and examining your weight and your height. Okay? The type of power and impact that you have on others. And do you want to increase your power and impact in the world? Your height, the importance and significance that you have on others, and even just to yourself primarily. Okay? And then within the examination of your unique weight and your unique height, you will discover your depth, your greater depth, your unique characteristics. Now, respect the masculine, respect men, and respect the masculine in others. Okay? But let me tell you something here. There is no masculine without the feminine. So there is no respecting the masculine without respect for the feminine. Because the feminine is the half of creation that without it, creation would not exist. Feminine is the other half. Okay? It's the balance. It's the complementary half that is necessary. Masculine is necessary and feminine is necessary to unite in order to produce creation in the world. So you got to have respect for the feminine. And so therefore that translates into respect for females of all ages, women and girls. Respect their height, weight, and depth. Well, we know first and foremost, those that are embodied in the feminine bodies, predominantly feminine bodies called females, are absolutely essential to our existence on the planet. Every single one of us come through a womb which is embodied in the female body. We don't need any other reason beyond that to respect the feminine. There are many more reasons, but do we need another reason? If we know, do you really know? Do you really understand that without the feminine, without the womb, we won't come into existence? Without the female, we won't come into existence on this planet? That is enough to warrant our respect of every single female. So no matter how low she goes, we ain't going low, because we hold her up here in respect. Now, I'm saying we. I'm not preaching to you, because it's something that I have to be held accountable to as well. I have to constantly work on my cultivation of my appreciation and my acknowledgement of the significance, the importance, the power and the impact of the feminine in my life, and of the females and of the women and the girls in my life. So I aspire to always respect them because I'm respecting myself. If I disrespect the feminine, if I disrespect females, if I disrespect women and or girls, I am disrespecting my own masculinity. I'm disrespecting my own manhood. And that means I'm disrespecting your manhood too. So you need to hold me accountable and responsible for the way that I treat the feminine, because it's influencing the type of world that we experience. Because if we want peace, harmony, continued abundance, health, and well-being on the planet, we have to treat women right. We have to treat the feminine with respect.